How are you doing, Mary Beth?
God is helping me. And I just wanted to share a little story from Mark 4:35 through 41. Jesus said to his disciples, "Let us go across to the other side of the Sea of Galilee." And leaving the crowd, they took him and them in the boat, just as he was. And the other boats were with him, and a great windstorm arose, and the waves were breaking into the boat, so that the boat was already filling. But he was in the storm, asleep on the cushion. And they woke him and said to him, "Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing?" And he awoke and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, "Peace, be still." And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. He said to them, "Why are you so afraid? Have you still no faith?" And they were filled with great fear and said to one another, "Who is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him?" That was the English Standard Version. When I think of this passage here, I think of a couple of things that relates to us as widows. First of all, losing our spouse was probably the biggest storm that many of us have experienced in our lives. And during that storm, if you're like me, many of us thought that our husband was going to be healed, that we were going to make it through that storm to the other side. And we prayed and believed, and still God said no. And now here we are, left behind without our husbands. And that in itself is a storm. So how do we reestablish trust again with God when we believed him for that storm and it seemed the boat went under? And now we're in another storm. How do we trust him for this? The point is, in this story, Jesus said, "Let's go to the other side." And because he said, "Let's go to the other side," that meant they were going to go to the other side, and that's how Jesus could be asleep in the cushion. He's promised us that he will never leave us, he will never forsake us, and that he has plans for us that are for our good, not for our harm. And so no matter what we're going through, we know that yes, we can wake Jesus up, but we don't have to be afraid, and he will say, "Peace, be still," to our storm.